Welcome to the Balanced Body Podcast. My name is Dr. Brent Anderson with Polestar Pilates here in Miami. And today I wanted to talk a little bit about thoracic mobility. You know, golfers and tennis players and swimmers all need to have this mobility in this part of the spine that they often ignore and are not even aware of. And when the thoracic spine is really stiff and rigid, then we tend to find other places to move from, like the cervical spine or the low back, hence low back pain, cervical injuries, shoulder injuries, hip injuries. So one of the key things I want to talk about today is really restoring that thoracic rotation and mobility to be able to give a much greater amplitude of movement. It's funny because I often make a bet with any golfers that come in to see me or golf enthusiasts that I bet that I can increase your drive by 20 yards with 2 treatments. 20 years, I've never lost a bet. Let's check out how we do it with the Pilates trapeze table, in particular the tower bar. This exercise we call circumduction. So let's bring it back into extension. And what I'm going to do is just place my thumb in a place that is, say, a vertebral segment, thoracic spine that's not moving too well, and I want to really enhance it. So I'll put my thumb there to the side. If the line of the spinous process was right down the middle, and I would just be off to the side of that spinous process. So I'm going to give a little bit of force to try to get the chest to expand and rotate to the right. So I'm going to ask her to drop her hand down and roll back through your spine. And I'm pushing through that spine. So I'm pushing right through here with my left thumb as she comes all the way around and enjoys that movement. Now, a couple of important things to look for. One is I want to make sure the weight is equal on both sit bones. If she starts to roll off, I know I'm no longer moving through the thoracic spine, but I've actually locked up the lumbar spine. So I always like to keep those sit bones down. The other thing is to make sure that she's keeping axial elongation all the time through this range of motion, reaching for that left foot all the way through. Now here I can do a very simple technique of a contract, relax, or hold, relax. So I can place my hand on top of her thoracic, the other hand in the lower rib cage, and ask her to push against me. Give me a little bit of resistance. Hold, 2, 3, and as she relaxes, I take up that resistance and give her a little bit more rotation through there. Again, paying attention to keeping those sit bones anchored down in the pelvis. Let's do this one more time, nice and fluidly, reaching back with that hand, sweeping all the way through, around through the spine, nice articulation, touch down, come back towards me, all the way around, and reach through to that foot. Beautiful. Let's just switch hands and demonstrate it one time on the other side. So again, I'm going to place my thumb just to the right of the spine, and I'm going to bring her around and articulate her underneath, sending that thoracic spine up and around, touch down, up and around, all the way, reaching through to that right foot. And again, this time, one hand the lower rib cage, one hand thoracic cage, giving a gentle overpressure to try to open up that thoracic spine. Again, special attention to keep those sit bones down and relax. So again, just to recap, thoracic spine mobility is crucial to preventing injuries in the shoulder, and the neck, and the low back, particularly with rotation sports like tennis and golf and volleyball, swimming, etc. So we get that area to move. We can use this tower bar as a great fulcrum to really exaggerate and get emphasis of moving that thoracic spine. Improving their tennis game and golf game improves your revenues. I hope you have a great day. This is Brent Anderson bringing you the Balanced Body Podcast from Polestar Pilates.